I just want to be able to share that game with those young dudes and say, yo, staying rich, one of the biggest keys to that is empowering your circle, empowering your family. Because you being rich and everybody else being broke next to you is only going to be so long before you jammed up.
Right.
But if you could make an investment that empower them, they don't need to ask you for nothing.
Wow.
This what I'm finna set up for y'all. Whoever ain't with this, don't even ask me for nothing.
Right.
If you with this, I'm gonna make sure you gonna make more than you would anywhere else doing anything, cause you blood, you feel me? And this the way this go. And if you empower your family that way, it's just like my mom, my sister, they ain't asked me for nothing for years.
Right. Don't have to.
Fire in the hole!
Yeah! Yeah, nigga! Yeah! You know what it is, man. What up? It's Wednesday, motherfuckers. Put the fire out. Fire in the motherfucking hole, NY. Yeah! It's your motherfucking captain. It's your motherfucking captain, Jimmy Marr, 10-star general in the motherfucking building, G Money. Got a very, very special guest with us today, man. Throw back. But he's never too far thrown back. Cause he be in front of a motherfucker a lot of the times, man. What you do with those fire trucks? You parking those fire trucks and they go down the block, G Money? Yep, that's what it is, man. Yeah. That's Rick Ross telling us the key to success. How you gonna be on, okay? How you gonna be on and not put your people on?
True.
And with no further ado, I want to introduce my motherfucking guest, man. We talked about him before on the show. If you're a throwback, well, it ain't even a throwback with this show. This show is still pretty basically new. But if you're a new throwback member, you know what I mean? Y'all remember when I told the story about Brother Bear saving the Black Eyed Peas when Suge Knight got shot in the club at the MTV Music Awards week, whatever. He was down there for like a week type shit.
Man, it feel like forever.
I got my motherfucking heart, my motherfucking partner, my motherfucking man. This brother, every time he got a lick in the game, and it's always something dope, always something major. He puts me in the mix, man. I call him Brother Bear. Y'all know him as Brother Bear because if you ever seen the movie Brother Bear, you know how genuine and how all heart Brother Bear was, man. And that's why I call my boy Joe Brother Bear.
What's up? I like that.
You know what I mean? He always had a great heart, man. A heart full of fucking gold, man. You have always been a good dude. I can never say anything weird about your character, homie. And, you know, you tell a lot about people's character when they're in their most distressed, fucked up situations. And I've seen you in the mud.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck the mud. I seen you in quicksand, nigga. And you never waived your disposition on your perspective from the individual that you are and that you base your fucking morals off of. You always stood strong, man.
Yeah, I mean, in this game, man, you know, you never know where you're gonna be at from one moment to the next. You know what I'm saying? And you meet people in life. You know, I always believe in treating respect for everybody the same. Like whether it be a bum on the street to, you know, CEO at the top. You know what I'm saying?
That's all, and that's a fact.
You can't burn bridges in this world, man. In the game as well, because especially what we do is a small world, and what we do.
And people think entertainment's so big
because
they're looking at it from the Matrix eyes.
Yep.
You know, but for us, it's a very small business. And you said something key, how you don't treat a bum different from a CEO, and I can testify to that.
Yeah.
You're very humble, very down to earth. And you're just a human being. And the weirdo shit about this business is you don't know who's next. That motherfucker that's kissing your ass today could be the motherfucker that's writing your checks tomorrow.
Yep. What's his name? Who does? Man, man, was it one of those shows? Man, I can't think right now. Working at MTV, I worked for Viacom for like.
Your brother Bear, before we even get into anything, kind of give people an introduction of who you are, you know, where we come from. What kind of give them an introduction of what you're doing in life right now, who you're working for, the things that you're doing. You're like, if this was the A-Team, you would be like Face on the A-Team. You have access to everything. The women love you. You're just in a mix of, you're always in the mix, and you're a chameleon. You know how to fit into every motherfucking scene. You're like me. We got the same DNA, man. You're like Baby G Money. You know what I mean? You're like the same DNA type shit. You know how to fit into any scene, man. So give the people a little history about who you are and where you coming from.
Well, right now I'm a producer working for a company that's basically a partner with Universal Music, a company called Seek VR. Basically a startup, but we've done some big things already. Working with Quavo, Migos. Just recently did their Bubblegum video with a director named Daps. Shout out to Daps. Shout out to Quavo. And yeah, man. So I've been doing for a while now, but started off at MTV, Viacom as a production assistant, you know, as a gopher. Mm-hmm. Just, go get the coffee. Go get coffee. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's where it is, man. They just, took the long road to get here. You know, I'm still not there, really, I guess. You know what I'm saying? I mean...
I want you to say that shit again right there. Because I need them to know this. Nobody's ever comfortable. And if you ever meet a nigga that's in this grind that gets comfortable within the midst of this grind, he's a motherfucker that doesn't take it serious, or he's a nigga that doesn't really believe in his true potential. He's a bare minimum nigga.
Yeah, I could have stayed with Viacom. I mean, I worked myself up to not to the top of it, of course, but they offered me a full-time job at the studio on 1515 Broadway, and I took it, but then I had second thoughts about it because, you know what? This is not who I am. Reality TV shows is not what I want to do all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Reality TV shows fucked up television, bro.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, man? I got into this game. And matter of fact, talking about where we're at now, right down the way is, you know what I'm saying? But I got into this game for film, for entertainment in terms of motion picture. And I'm a writer. I've always been writing, and doing film is what my real true passion is. And with Viacom, I hit a ceiling. I thought I hit a ceiling. It was never gonna go. It was never gonna be like creative. You know what I'm saying? It was always gonna be like cookie cutter. So, but yeah, man. I've been working with them for over 10 years. Put me in seeing everything in entertainment.
Like what? Like some of the things. Tell these niggas about this game, Joe. They think this shit is all love and sweet and peaches and cream. They don't understand about the grind.
Oh, man. You don't know. It's like you try to be cool with everybody, but there's certain etiquettes on set, and there's certain things, and you got to deal with, of course, celebrities, and they got their thing. I remember when Jay-Z was dating Rihanna. And, of course, he was with Beyonce. And we're doing the 2009 MTV Music Awards. And we had to sit them opposite, like, different parts of Radio City Music Hall. Like, they had, we couldn't put Beyonce. We had to make sure they were not in the same room or in the same vicinity ever during this time,
Oh, shit. I didn't know it was that heavy like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's not the only. I mean, there's several beefs when it comes, like some of these beefs you hear about artists and musicians and whatever, some are really true.
Wow.
They really are true. Like, you saying we can't have them together at all. So we had to make sure that, their seating is different, and make sure when they're doing an interview, say in the green room, that's, that she's not coming back to do an interview next, and she's nowhere in the vicinity. It's got to coordinate all these things. And
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Shit, man. I met you through a Viacom situation. I was a fucking young. I was young.
I was young too. BET, yeah.
Yup. What was that shit that we was doing, man?
Man, I don't even know. It was a pilot. I know that.
Yeah.
It was a pilot. It was like a game
some
show.
Game show shit.
Yeah, it was like a game show type of deal. And I seen Jimmy. I was like, this motherfucker is a funny. You was the funniest cat on set, bro. You had me cracking. I was like trying to work. I couldn't keep a straight face. And I was like, and I approached like, yo, what's your name, man?
I just couldn't stop, man. I kept losing every challenge I was in, but I was still having fun. And still coming across like I was winning. You know what I mean? Like,
but you know who you remind me of when I first saw you? You remind me of Farley.
Chris Farley.
Yeah, you remind me of Chris Farley. Yo, this is Chris Farley right here, man.
And a lot of people. I met Michael Lawrence one time at a SNL party, and I walked up to him, and only thing I ever said to him was these words right here: "Thank you for introducing the world to Chris Farley."
Yeah,
and I walked away from him.
Yeah, I miss him, man.
That's it. And everybody used to say that to me. Everybody, when I was
about Chris Farley?
They used to be like, yo, man, you're physical cat. You begging, yo, you got this Chris Farley in it. Like the black Chris Farley, that would have
been fucking hilarious if you and Chris Farley could have gotten together and done something. That would have been crazy right there because y'all are like basically like a mirror of each other. You know what I'm saying? So. And he's white and you're black. You know what I'm saying? So
and I had the big afro. I was fat at the time. You know what I mean? It rocked my world when he passed away. It rocked my world. You know,
shock.
He was definitely. And I know about those self-esteem issues. You know what I mean? You know, not thinking that you're good enough, and the worst place for people. Like ourselves is to be in our own heads, fighting those insecurities when we should be understanding we don't really need anyone's validation. We need our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a tough fight though, man. You know, I mean, sometimes you do need some type of support. You know, it can't be just all your own all the time.
No, you do. Tough. You do need some support. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm glad you said that. About support, man. My birthday just passed. The worst birthday ever.
Wait, when's your birthday, man?
June 29th. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. But happy birthday, shit.
Thank you, Brother Bear.
Mine's coming up.
Yeah. When's your birthday? Let them know.
August 3rd. Leo's in the house.
I don't even know if that's a line. I don't even know if that's a line. Anyway. But I learned something about people on this birthday. You know, I didn't expect a lot. But what I did expect, birthdays for me are validations of relationships that you consider to be valued.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not about, here, give me a gift. It's the initiative that you reach out to the day that someone was born on to let them know, hey, man, I appreciate you.
That's true.
And the horrible thing about social media is that's the quick out. You remember we used to have to call everybody on their birthday, man?
Oh, yeah. Well, I try to do that still.
Yeah.
I text them to their phone directly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If I don't get them on the joint, sometimes I'm not a voicemail kind of nigga. So, I'll call. But on a nigga birthday, I'll leave a message, bruh.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I'll leave a message because I want them to understand I validate our relationship.
The friendship, yeah.
It's important. And homie, I didn't really get that. I didn't get that from the people that I value. So what that was a eye opener and a game changer for me. Because, okay, now I get it. Just because I'm 100 with you, I can't expect you to be 100 with me. Because that's your character. You're known for being 100. You could want somebody to be 100 all day.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I mean, I say, well, birthday shout outs. I mean, people are busy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, People do it. I try to do it when I see it pops up on social media.
Yeah.
And I'll start, you know what I mean? I got the number. Go ahead and text them. Or maybe I'll call them, depending on what time of day it is. If it's early in the morning, I'll probably just text them.
People are busy when you're not a priority.
Yes.
Watch those words and listen to them very carefully. People are busy when you are not a priority. Now, there are some situations, dude, my hands is in the midst of the mist. I can't get to it, but 24 hours out of a day, nah.
Yeah.
You got to prioritize. We know these things. And on I got to see G Money yesterday. You know, G Money and I were just talking yesterday. We were sitting down, and my big brother Lamont, you know, thank you, big bro. He sent me $100 for my birthday. You know, I was like, wow, look at that. That meant a lot. You know, he thought about me to send me $100. But I've been trying to get this birthday money from this nigga since Monday. And what happened to me yesterday when he was like, yo, I'm about to send it. Give me 20 minutes. That 20 minutes. Listen to me, Brother Bear Joe. Listen to me. Him saying those words to me again made me realize, you know, when certain people not fucking with you because they have it's not that they're not fucking with you. They just not fucking with you at that particular time right there. There's a certain word that they use words that they use with you at a particular time to let you know I'm not fucking with you. And my brothers I had to go back and start showing G Money old texts with my brother. Give me 20 minutes. 20 minutes this, 20 minutes. So his joint is 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
So
wait, you saying that this is a hustle? Like, he's just trying to say, like, yo, let me fuck with this motherfucker. I'm gonna send him a text, say I'm gonna give him $100, but I'm never really not gonna give him $100. I'm just gonna soup him up.
Nah, it's just that I'm not a priority. Okay? His 20 minutes is I'm gonna give it to you, but you're gonna have to hold on, homie. I'm over here I got other shit going on. You know, I'm ordering DJ equipment, all this. I got other shit. I got my son. I got all this other shit going on. You know, I'm like, all right. So that's but 20 minutes in his world mean whatever we're talking about, I got you.
Yeah.
But I need a little bit more time.
Yeah.
So I started to realize all of the other things that people tell me when they got me, but they not. I started to sit back and think, like, when Kevin Hart is blowing me off, his thing is, I'm busy right now. Text me, Jeb, because I normally like to call. I don't like text. You can't hear the tone of someone's voice and of their soul when you text them.
Yeah.
You know, so you know that
shit could be taken out of context. You're saying
absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when that's his thing. I'm busy. Text me. You know, or Sherrod Smalls has got. Are you for real? Really, Jim? That's his joint. No. Sherrod's joint is. Wait, let me see. That's his joint. Let me see.
I guess everybody got their joint. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It made me start to go through all of the.
Yo, what's my shit? What I tell you, Jimmy? What
I don't know, Brother Bear. You're pretty forward with me. We kind of get our shit out the way. We don't linger. Our thing is we give a etiquette forum introduction to our phone conversation or our conversation. You know, hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yep. Hey, the reason why I'm here is because, and then we get to business.
Yeah, well,
you know, it's very few times that you called me, yo, Jamar, listen, this is what it is, without no fluff or nothing in the beginning. So I don't really got one for you, man. Your shit is just like, let's just get to it. Let's not even
That's
waste
true.
any time.
Usually when I call you is definitely like, yo, I got something popping. So,
And that
entertainment wise, you know what I'm saying?
and that is a motherfucking fact, Brother Bear. That is a motherfucking fact. Ever since you met me, okay? Ever since you met me, man, on the set of that fucking bullshit show, you've always had my best interest.
Yeah.
You always wanted to see me win because you knew if I win, you won.
Exactly. That's how it should be.
But a lot of motherfuckers ain't on it like that. Everybody feel like they gotta be the man.
Yeah, some people have that crab in the bucket mentality. Man.
And I don't understand what it means once you're the man. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Because if you the man and you're not making your other niggas the man, you not the man.
Yeah.
And that goes for bitches too.
I mean, the truth is, when you, especially in this industry, also, I guess in any industry, like a person is like a resource, man. Anyone you meet has a talent, has a skill that could help you, or you can find something that will help them. Mm-hmm.
To help someone else.
Exactly.
Everyone's an asset in some. That's why I tell my family members that listen to the show, we don't do fan shit over here. We don't believe in fans. We know that that's a matrix policy that's been implicated in the motherfucking game. All right. But whenever I tell them, I always tell them, give everybody a basic state of love and trust. It's what they do with it is how you judge them and move with them from there on.
Yeah.
The business is an illmatic game, bro. It's an illmatic game, and we got to champion each other. Nobody wants to champion each other. Everybody wants all the light for themselves. I don't believe in that. But you always knew that about me. I remember we did that motherfucking short film that we never got to edit. What was that shit?
I know what you're talking about.
I got 5 on it or some shit like that.
I know I deal with weed. I know that.
Yeah,
The herbs.
of course.
It was a stoner film.
Yeah, it was. That shit would have been classic too, bro. That was a classic joint.
It was like a Friday. Well, Friday got their stuff from Cheech and Chong, really. So it's kind of like a Cheech and Chong type of deal, but from the hood, like a Harlem style Friday or Cheech and Chong.
Yeah, man.
You should do that shit again, man.
We should.
Yeah,
we should. And G Money, you got an AD. You know what I mean? Y'all motherfuckers could really, yeah.
I remember that. That shit was hilarious, man.
That's a fact, bro. That's a motherfucking fact. We should, we should really think about doing that shit again, especially now with the assets that we have and the shit that
all this OTT, what you call over the top television, man. They're looking for content nonstop.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we in the mix, and we shit. Listen, so when you talk about how you always throw me licks, I'll never forget how you threw me in the mix of that MTV Music Award shit, bro. Yeah. Remember when Katrina came, shut everything down, all that shit.
That was what 14, 15, that's already 15 years, man.
That's when motherfucking Jadakiss, man, got me the ticket. He bought me the fucking ticket, man.
I remember that.
Hot 97 fired me and all that shit. Kids were like,
yeah, that was just right after that, right?
Yup. He's like, yo, Ma, you good. You good. When you want to fly, when you want to come back.
Yeah. That was the MTV pool party at the Shore Club. But we were staying at
the Blue Fountain.
We were staying at the Fountain Blue.
Fountain Blue.
Yeah. We were staying at the Fountain Blue on. So I was working for a company called RGA, which is like a ad advertisement agency. They're really good. Mm-hmm. And one of their clients was Verizon. And being that I was already working with MTV, I was kind of taken from that. Like, okay, well, you're familiar with all the people at MTV. We're going to, can you come do this one thing for us? That's RGA's asking me if I can do that for them. Because we have Verizon is one of the sponsors for the MTV Music Awards. Mm-hmm. And they had this thing that was one thing they were doing is called the MTV Pool Party at the Shore Club.
I think that's one.
No, at the Surf Comer. The Shore Club was where the party went off, where Suge Knight got shot.
Hold on. Save that.
Yeah. The Moon Man was on top of the Surf Comer Hotel on Collins Avenue.
Yep.
Hurricane Katrina is coming, Category 1. We're like, oh, whatever. I mean, I'm from Houston. You know, I seen hurricanes. Category 1, that's like just a hurricane party, man. They ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what we had. We had a party.
Yeah. That's
But they had to take the Moon Man off the roof of the Surf Comer Hotel, and I brought you in to do the interviews. And when I sold you, I was like, man, when I sold them on you, I said, look, I could do everything. I was like taking a leap of faith, bro. I mean, from my part, not from you. I knew you were good. From my part, because
no doubt,
I'm like, just give me a camera and a mic. Don't worry about it. I got my boy Jimmy, and he's gonna get more interviews than anybody from MTV will ever get.
Yo,
You know?
and now remind you. This is like 2 weeks in advance. You telling me about this, right?
Less. That was less, wasn't it?
It was
Like a week in advance.
Maybe
a week and a half. Yeah,
maybe like a week and a half.
It felt like less than 2 weeks. It was like, yo, it's just right around the corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you ready?
It was because I was pressed. And I was asking him, when you pitched it to him, I was like, yeah, will they pay for me to come down? Did we put me up?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
And it was just like, nah, Jim.
That's
It's
how it
one
got-
of those things. We
Yeah.
just gotta, and you know me, nigga. I'm a nigga. Listen, bro. I done came from sleeping on floors. You can't persuade me. I'm there, Joe. We gonna get it from the mud.
And that's what I love, man. You had that energy. You had that how you say, the positive approach to it. And you're gonna find a way to get there and do it. Yeah.
And bruh, Jada Kiss, yes, the locks, Jada Kiss, in the juice bar.
That's what's up,
Saw
man.
me stressing, and he was like,
Hey,
"What's going on, Mark?"
Tell Jada Kids I said thank you for that, man, for buying you that ticket, because that helped me out.
Brother,
You know what I'm saying? That helped me out as for my profession. You know, moving forward as well.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Like they know I can achieve that and bring a team together like that.
boom,
You know,
Boom.
and on a shoestring budget.
boom, on a shoestring budget.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean they had the budget. Those fools didn't want to. You know what I'm
but they
saying?
didn't want to invest. And then,
But I saw it as a way for us to come up at the
exactly.
moment.
And
So,
but not only that, I looked at it as, you know what? It's gonna get my chops wet again with that whole Hot 97 feeling I was just in the midst of, and I went down there and. Dude, the black Ron Burgundy was born.
That's right.
Fucking Akon fell in love.
That was-
Akon didn't want to give nobody
the black-
interviews.
bro, that was the black Ron Burgundy started when Hurricane Katrina Category 1 actually hit. It was already hitting. Shit was flying already, and no one could leave the Fountain Blue. Everyone was stuck in the Fountain
State
Blue.
of emergency shit.
Yeah. So like everyone just congregated down in the lobby.
Aaron Hall is on the piano,
Yeah.
Little Mama singing and all that shit.
And I was like, yeah, let's go down there with the camera and just go fuck around. Like a curse, right?
Yeah.
We go down there and fuck around and just like, get interview whoever, man. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people down there, celebrities down there and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go get them. And that's when he came up with the black Ron Burgundy.
I put on a motherfucking robe and went down in the lobby
Yes.
and caused all sort of mayhem. And then I was playing the piano. I don't know how to play
Bro.
the piano, but I was playing the piano. Oh, it's a time when we all must get together. I was just making shit up and niggas looking at, yo, this nigga is certified crazy. But they all had a ball, and then that's when we made the fucking pillow fight party. We
Yep.
took it back upstairs to the hotel room you were staying at,
Yep.
and then we did the interview on the balcony with those category fucking 2-3 wins at that point.
You were crazy, man.
And all the Japanese girls is in there with the pillows fighting and shit like that. I just knew I was having anal sex with some Japanese
Bro,
bitches.
that was a crazy weekend, man.
And then
You know
what about when the Japanese bitches took us? We met the Japanese bitches 2 days later at some club and ended up hanging out with them. And I took pictures on the Rolls Royce with some nigga. I'm on the hood of some nigga antique Rolls Royce posted up on the hood. Well, on my feet on the hood. Looking at bro. Oh my God. That's the same weekend I met Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay,
It was. What else happened that weekend, man? Akon didn't want to
Bro,
motherfucking
Suge Knight got shot.
nigga.
The fuck you talking about? That's what else happened that weekend.
That's the night
That
you
was
saved the Black Eyed Pea nigga.
Yeah, the Black Eyed Peas, yeah.
We was all in the club. Yo, bro, and
What's name was DJing that party, man?
Jermaine Dupri. No,
No,
Little John.
Lil Jon.
We got pictures.
Yeah, Lil Jon was DJing that party. Suge Knight.
Lil Jon was letting us hang out.
Paris Hilton was there.
Everybody, Sway,
Yeah.
Rich Knight, everybody was there. Everybody.
Yeah, the shots busted off, and I think a lot of these cats never even heard a gunshot. I guess
because. Yo, bro.
They were just like drinking their drinks like nothing happened. Like, yo, those are gunshots, son. You better get to the ground.
What's funny is this, bro. This is what's funny. We were together at one point.
Yeah.
Staring, looking at Suge. There goes Suge right there.
Yeah.
And we was hanging out in the DJ booth area with Little John.
Yeah.
And then you segued away. You I don't know, the currents of the night drifted you away from me. And that's how
we were just networking, bro.
Yeah.
We were just making our move throughout the scene, you know? I mean, and then I saw I saw this the Black Eyed Peas dude, the long hair. His name is Gomes, by the way.
Gomes.
Yeah, Gomes.
Okay.
But at the time, I didn't know his name. I was like, that's the Black Eyed
I
Peas
don't think
cat.
nobody knows his name.
I thought
a weirdo nigga from Black Eyed Peas with long hair.
The thing is, I had heard that one of them was Filipino. And like one of the black.
Isn't he the Filipino nigga?
No, he's Mexican, right? And I'm Mexican as well. I'm Native American and Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my good friends,
Bear.
But one of my good friends, he's a governor, currently a governor now. His name is Steve Salon. Yo, Steve Salon, shout out.
Yo, can we pull up Brother Bear real quick while Brother Bear's telling this story? I just want people to really feel this heart, man.
So I thought Gomes was the Filipino one.
Yeah,
right?
I would have thought the same thing.
But it's the black guy. What's his name?
Who? Will I Am?
Will I Am? No, not Will I Am. No, Appleby. Yeah, you're right. The other guy, he's the one that's half Filipino.
Apple the App?
Yes.
Wait a second. Who's in the Black Eyed Peas? I thought it was Fergie, the weirdo nigga, and Will I Am.
Fergie had just jumped on the Black Eyed Peas during that time.
Wait a moment.
Yeah, Black Eyed Peas go way back.
The other nigga, I know who you. The short, with
the mohawk.
Yes, I forgot. You know what it is? I'm sorry.
He's Filipino. Oh, he's half Filipino.
Okay, wow.
So I was gonna go up to him and say, "Hey, man, I'm like an honorary Filipino because my boy's Filipino and I knew all his friends and those fools can party. Like I'm talking about Filipinos in general, they can party their asses off.
I used to date a Filipino,
but they're cool people. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is,
Matilda.
I was gonna say, hey man, you Filipino? He said, no, I'm Mexican. I'm talking about this guy Gomes, who I thought was Filipino, but he's not, right? He said, no, I'm Mexican. And I'm like, well, shit, I'm Mexican too, right? And then he's oh yeah. And I was like, wait, where's your family from? And he's like, oh, my family's from Michoacan. He's like, oh, my family's from Michoacan. And all of a sudden, fucking shots rang out.
Hey, yo,
shit got crazy.
But this was crazy.
Huh?
At that point, right? This is when Brother Bear was rocking the Durangos. Yes. Those are the motherfucking, the Legend of the Fall boots.
Yeah, the Legend of the Fall boots.
It's funny that you said that because I was watching Legend of the Falls the other day, and I was like, yo, those are Brother Bear boots. I was just saying, but my nigga, they go Brother Bear. That's the weirdo nigga right there. But you sprung into action. You dived. The Durango boots were in the air. Okay? All I remember is in the midst of all of that, you got swooped all up into becoming security for niggas.
Yeah, for the Black Eyed Peas.
Yes! I was like,
oh. Well, for that homeboy, Gomes and Fergie, because they were both right there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And something popped off too. And I mean, I think it was actually a diversion. Look, listen here, man. I think there's some conspiracy, not conspiracy, but like there was a strategy, a plan for that night for that shooting. I believe, in terms of, I'm talking to these cats, and all of a sudden there was like a diversion fight that popped off.
I believe it.
And then all of a sudden gunshots popped off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's just like the Malcolm X hit.
Yeah, there was a diversion.
Get your hands out my pocket.
Yeah, it was like one of those situations. And all of a sudden, there was a fight over here, and there was gunshots over there, and it was in two different locations. And like, you know what I'm saying? And then everyone sprinted out that motherfucker. Well, not everybody. A lot of people, people who don't know.
So you going
people who don't know
upstairs,
about gunshots were just there drinking.
Like, what's going on? Until all the pandemonium started to really settle in. People understood what was happening.
Yeah.
They started to shut shit down. You upstairs, you hitting me up. Where you guys at? Out of y'all, come upstairs.
Yeah, I took an elevator ride with with homeboy Gomes and Fergie and another big overgrown security. I'm not security, but the real security. You know what I'm saying? And me, and we're taking like this, like one of those elevator rides you see in a movie with the weird music, like everyone's quiet and just looking at each other and shit. Like Fergie and then
I'm
homeboy.
thinking, I'm like, was I on that elevator ride with y'all?
Nah. We wouldn't have fit.
You sent for us to come up afterwards.
Yes.
And then we get up there.
I sent for you to come rescue my ass, man, because these fools are getting. Well, Fergie got off on her own floor at this was at the Shore Club in Collins. So she got off, and then I went with Gomes because we were still talking about like our whole Mexican connection going on.
Yeah.
And then but he was wasted also, and I was wasted. Shit.
Yeah, but yeah.
And then that's why I called you to come rescue my ass. I had just rescued these fools. Now I was like, now I need rescuing. And I called you also to make sure you was okay too.
Yeah. I was down there watching Suge act like it didn't matter. Hit the bullet shot in his leg didn't. He in there like
he find out you was getting on CPR and shit.
Like, nah, nigga. I was just sitting back looking.
But giving the CPR pumping his chest.
To be honest, at that time, I was consoling some bitch with a fat ass, dog, with my hand on her ass. Yo, everything will be all right. You all right though? Are you all right? No, look in my eyes. Are you okay?
Right? You okay?
And she's like, yeah.
You try to bond on that, make that moment.
My nigga.
Try to make that moment special.
Let me tell you something.
Bonding moment.
Grievance is nature's most normal aphrodisiac, dog.
True.
When those moments like that, bro.
That's what the wedding crash was all about.
That's exactly where it came from, Chaz, man.
Yeah, Chaz.
That's exactly where it came from. I pay attention, bro. I pay attention.
No, but you see, wait, who was that one dude from that movie, The Wedding Crashers, and when they went to the funeral? That's where they got the idea from,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Chaz, Will Ferrell's character.
Will Ferrell, he was
Chaz.
But he started off going to funerals, right? And then
let me tell you something about that. Those group of motherfuckers.
It's funny.
Those guys were making the best fucking movies, man.
Oh yeah.
I just miss those cliques of comics, Dumb, and then Seth Rogen and Craig Robinson and those guys over there. Everybody, those different group of.
That's true. That was an era. That was definitely an era.
Yeah, that
an era.
But
a time of.
I was trying to really utilize that moment because let me tell you something, real nigga shit. If Suge didn't get shot, that bitch wouldn't let me be putting my hand all in the crevices of her ass cheeks. Come on, man. That bitch,
true.
Come on, bro.
That's true.
So, but she...
You playing hero and shit.
No doubt.
You playing like, yo, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be okay.
And then...
I got you, ma.
You called me.
Yeah.
You called me. And I wanted to bring her upstairs. When you told me everything that's going on, I looked at her. She's hearing me say the Black Eyed Peas.
I think I told you to come upstairs. We're about to have a pillow fight up with the Black Eyed Peas.
Yo, brother
Bear.
Yo, brother Bear. I wanted to invite this bitch upstairs so bad to show I am somebody. Look, I'm in the mix.
I am somebody. Look at my connections.
Scrounging for anything. But what ended up happening was I hit her with the listen. My man is in a situation. I gotta go. Give me your number. Take my number. When you get back to your hotel, just let me know that you are safe. Call me right now. Text me right now. Right now. She texted me. I said, please. I forgot the bitch name, all that. Please let me know you got back safe. Fast forward not the day during the day, but in the night, I saw her. She never texted me. I just walked up on her. I'm glad you're safe. And she said, my hero. And she started introducing me all her girlfriends. And damn, man, that was the night I learned something. When a bitch introduces you all to all her girlfriends and the ugly one is there scoping the whole situation out,
As they always do, right?
You befriend the ugly nigga. You befriend the ugly bitch, bro. You have to.
That's a strategy.
You have to. Because that's the nigga that's security for the group. So, it's the truth. And I learned that. So, I did that. Bro, I didn't win that night. But before we left, dog, she kissed me. You know, we fooled around. Got to suck on her nipples and shit a little bit, but couldn't fuck. She caught her period the night before. So if
you put all that work in and all you got was a nipple.
But you know what? Here's the thing, though. Let me tell you something about Jim. This is what I've learned. Mm-hmm. A lot of times, you're not going to fuck every bitch in the world, bro. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible, man.
It's impossible. And
not
you're
for,
not
not
going.
Not for Will Chamberlain, though.
No, well, yeah, that guy was out there. But listen to me. Listen to me. What I do know is this, though. If you be out there and you participating, bro, they want to participate as much as you participate. And they know that there's not going to be a tomorrow. So they're living the now. Mm-hmm. So what I've learned about in the now, as long as they're with the wave, we're kissing. We're not going to go back to the hotel. But we're going to kiss, and we're going to be in the middle of the dance floor like it's only us in this hotel club room right now. And we're gonna dirty dance, and I'm gonna get all hot and bothered and heavy with you while you're getting all hot and bothered and heavy with me. And nigga, at the end of the night, I'm gonna look into your soul and you're gonna look into mine, and you're gonna know, yeah, we were here. We didn't fuck or nothing, but we were here. And I'm good with that. So the fact that me and Shorty, we got to kiss and get hot and bothered, and I got to suck on those nipples like we were fucking 13-year-olds. And that's the only pussy action play or any action I got out there, that motherfucking run we was out there, bro. It's the only run, that's all I got. And really? That was it. And that was it. All the other bitches I had to be the fake nice nigga with. You know the fake nice nigga.
Yeah, we were on our grind, man. Yeah. We had a mission.
No, and then when you the fake nice nigga, you got to pretend you out here being bitches' friends.
No, but we were working. So
our grind was priority. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of bad bitches I'll be seeing during an interview, and I'm like, oh my. So is there anything you want to say to the people that they should know before we get out of here? We just started, you know? But nevertheless, you got to enjoy that moment. Don't put so much pressure on, let me set it up for, no. Yeah, enjoy the moment, man. True. Have fun.
It's going to unfold the way it unfolds.
Yeah, dude. And that's what I learned out there. You know what I mean? Fucking. So when Suge got shot and shit like that, I'm thinking like, oh, man, this is about to be a horrible rest of the MTV Music Awards week. And it wasn't. Yeah, it just got better. And better and better and crazier and crazier.
It was crazy, man. That was one of the more historical. And I was there for, excuse me, I got to clear my throat. But I was there in 2009 when Kanye did that crazy shit to old girl Taylor Swift. Which I didn't know, bro. I mean, I didn't even know who Taylor Swift was. I'm working for MTV at the time. I didn't know who she was. You know, I mean, a lot of stuff I do for MTV back in the day, I didn't even watch. You know what I'm saying? I
ain't gonna lie. I knew who that little girl was when the moment I heard that song about Romeo and Juliet. What that? You know the joint? Yeah. What's the name of that song? I love that song. I was like, look at this little precious little porcelain fucking child right here. They're pushing on us, and she ended up becoming the truth.
Yep.
You know, like but that. He wears your I don't even know if that's the same song. This is
No, what I was trying to say though that was one of the more memorable MTV moments.
Yeah.
Or one of the more memorable MTV award shows. But so was that year, 05, with down in Miami.
yeah. I remember
That was a very memorable because of Katrina.
Katrina caused.
Yeah.
I remember somebody saying that MTV lost 2.1 million like in the first 2 days because everything had to get shut down.
Everything got shut down.
Like
We couldn't
I
have
was
done
like
it.
couldn't believe the number like
Yeah,
that.
couldn't
You
do
know,
anything.
like yeah, you and the head of the guy from that project that we were out there for were talking about it. And I
Yeah.
heard him saying it. I was
Yeah,
like, oh
John Preston.
I was like, oh
Yeah.
my god, this is fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So what are some other and then after MTV, that shit, we started doing Conduct and all of that shit.
Conduct, bro.
Oh yeah, I've talked about the Conduct on the
Oh,
show.
yeah?
People know about Conduct,
Okay, yeah.
but
If y'all know about
but,
Conduct, yo.
but
This
tell
guy
them
right
from
here is
your
way ahead of the curve when it came to Conduct, bro. That's like, I mean, you got shit going on now that. How would I explain Conduct? Let's see, hood, but like a little bit of Jackass, but Jackass hood. You know what I'm saying? With a little bit of what's going on now, we see on social media now all these pranks and shit. You know what I'm saying? But in the hood, well, all over Manhattan, really, but
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
it in the hood.
yeah, and Joe, that's when I knew the game ain't shit. That's when I knew.
Well, back then it was all about reality TV, man. Like, and they weren't ready for that shit. They weren't ready. They were not.
Nah, they were ready for certain groups. I know I was ahead of my time, but they didn't want a nigga to come in, and they let that whack nigga hits
Well, that's another thing.
do the BT
another-
on the street shit.
Yeah, that's another thing. I mean, you know, how you say, in the corporate world, you can't be too rough around the edge sometimes, man. You got to be, it's a weird, like a fine,
Yeah.
it's like a fine balance.
Yep.
They want to see a little bit of shock, but at the same time, they want it to be,
They don't want to be in the midst of
Like-
danger.
yeah.
You understand?
You know, and then once you have a certain, how you say, reputation or MO, whatever, you know, oh, this dude's like this. When it's not like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just that they spread the word. Like it takes one negative person to give you a bad rep in this entertainment. Right?
I said
You know what I'm
something. I said something, bro, the other day. Right. This is why it's very imperative for people to know this. You know, I did this podcast so I can give people an honest introduction to who I am, because gossip is how legends are born.
True.
Listen to that shit, bro. Because gossip, that's all it is gossip. Because once the truth presents itself and it's received and then it's taken and then given, and by the time it gets to a certain point, it done been saturated, watered down, processed, and it's become its whole other monster.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like going from one ear to another ear, and then by the time it gets to the 10th, 20th ear, is the whole other story, and it's like a whole has all this other how you say grandiose story that's become from something minor to something like what he did what or she did what or what.
So I do this to give my family this real shit. And so there's no misconstruing. They know I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I've never portrayed to be.
Well, yeah, that's what I like. You know what? That's what I like about podcasts, man. In general, like it's definitely more of a real deal. How you say element or stage? You know what I'm saying? Besides doing comedy on stage, I mean, comedians are probably the most realest motherfuckers there are in entertainment, man. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, when you're too fucking real, corporate and all the other, you know what I'm saying? Like how you say, when you're too real, people are gonna be like, oh, this motherfucker's too real. Or this person is too raw. You know what I'm saying? And we can't have that.
Yo, bro.
Like you look at who was that comedian, oh man, from like the 60s, late 60s. I think he was a Jewish guy.
Lenny Bruce,
Lenny Bruce, bro.
one of my heroes.
Yeah, it's like Lenny Bruce was so fucking raw, right?
I know.
I mean, no
There's
one knows
a story about him coming
he's
to
not
a
even-
Harlem club.
Bro, he's not even
having
on like.
a white. I got to say this.
Go ahead.
There's a legendary story about Lenny Bruce doing a Harlem nightclub in the midst of all that craziness during those times. While he's on stage getting ready to get into his shit, and he's talking on the mic. He's like, "Hey man, do me a favor, light this cigarette for me while I'm doing this up here." Blah 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 blah. And the black guy in the front lights his cigarettes, and he takes his cigarette, and then he takes the cigarette back from him, and in an all black audience, he's like. There we go, nigger lips. Just what I was looking for. Listen, and he goes into, and everybody erupted with laughter.
Oh, shit.
Hey, and then but I always loved him because he always addressed the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
Lenny Bruce. If you don't know who Lenny Bruce is, go do your history on him. Great to know. But go ahead.
Yeah, Lenny Bruce. I mean, I know he definitely. I remember seeing Richard Pryor talking about it, like in an interview I saw probably on YouTube or something, where he was talking about Lenny Bruce and how he influenced him as well. He kept it real. He kept it raw, like cursing. I mean, back then, cursing was a big thing. That's why he never made the television like some of these other comedians did, like like Bill Cosby, like who's anti-cursing or whatever. It's like Mr. Goody Goody, whatever.
Yeah,
But you had to be a goody goody, kind of like it had to have a certain way of being, which I understand to a certain point, but it shouldn't affect creativity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, that's how I look at it. Like, and a lot of times, on the way television was back then, entertainment was back then, even all the way up into like the 90s, man, or early 2000s, even today, to some extent. But we have this alternative of podcasts and YouTube and all this stuff where we can keep it real,
like a
real,
lot of
real.
my friends in podcast world land, they're into like different antics and shit like that, and I'm not knocking that. You know what I mean? Whatever you do for your ratings is what you do, But I didn't want to do a podcast based off antics. See, when people thought I was doing the podcast, people thought they were going to be getting the gym that's always blasting niggas. You know the Hot 97 gym.
Yeah.
They thought they were about to get that. But when I said that I was coming here to do this, and my executive producer G Money, he honed it more for me to be more engaging on a personal level. My fucking our illustrator over at Fire and Hole, Jonas, like he loves a lot of the stories about me growing up in a residential home at Grand Wyndham, and he wants to hear stories about that. So that this is the stuff that we're about to start getting into. I'm about to start really just getting into the personal. So they can really understand why I am Donkey Kong Jr. in the head the way I am. Like, nigga, I came from a fucked up,
as a lot of comedians do.
And I didn't.
what
I'm
saying?
not blaming
And
nobody.
that's the whole thing. Like, you're using comedy you're basically flipping it in terms of like all comedians. I feel have that. How you say have this life experiences that are so tragic and terrible, or experience a lot of fire in the hole situation. You know what I'm saying? And you flip it in comedy. You say, you know what, man, life is just comedy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's what it is, man. Like, that's what a lot of comedians do. They find a way to express themselves in a positive manner. Even if it's shocking, even if it's taking the blanket off some shit. You know what I'm saying? And revealing and blowing shit up like you do here on. I love that name, Fire in the Hole, man.
Thank you very much.
For real, man. Like you're blowing shit up. Hey,
Yeah, and it's I think that the game they need motherfuckers like me, and there are truth tellers, but there are truth tellers that want to put a filter on shit, and then you got people that just wants to keep you comfortably confused. and they don't want people to see who they are. No, I want people to see me and all of my brokenness. You know, like I was going to stop doing the podcast because my teeth were all getting fucked up and I knew I had to get them done because this is also a video joint. You know what I mean? And I said no. No. If I want them to know me for who I am and I'm giving them the real me, they have to be a part of this journey. I am not a nigga. You know me. I may be a fresh, flashy, or I got a style about me, and I may be in dope situations, but you know none of that shit floats in my boat, nigga. I just love a bitch with a fat ass that believe in me, nigga. That's it. You know, that's all you need. That's man, all right? I need, bruh. That shit puts the cape on my motherfucking back, make me feel invincible against the world, bruh. It's not the shit that I achieved that make me, nigga. I could wear some Little Nas fucking Wrangler jeans and make those shits pop, bro. It's not the clothes, nigga. It's you that make the clothes. I don't wear name brand shit, dog. But my shit look like, yo, that nigga put that shit together. He got like a little, what? Yeah. Yeah. But that's the nigga I choose to be. And I need them to know that. And that's why I chose to push through with all of this. And when my mouth do get fixed so they can see the difference, they know that they captain out here really repping. Yeah, you know?
For real. I mean, yo, I'll give you props on that. I know a lot of cats wouldn't jump on the fucking, you know, on a video in a podcast like this and without the front teeth and shit.
I don't give a fuck. I call it the fruit bat mouth, nigga.
The fruit bat.
Word, nigga. I be out here hissing that G money.
I be yo, he's a vampire.
Yeah, I be hitting him with my blue blood shit. Nigga, get the fuck.
You should be. Was that true? No, True Blood, right? Was that
But let me tell you something. A bitch clit in between this shit, get right, nigga. Yeah, I eat pussy with this fruit bat mouth, nigga. That bitch get in between that. It's real gummy in that piece right there, too. Oh, that's sensation for a bitch. To get sucked with the tongue and gum at the same time by a young nigga.
Yo, that should be your porno name. Fruit bat. Yo, you should start doing fucking pornos with the, yo, check this
and all I do, and all I do is eat bitches' pussy with this fruit bat mouth. Word.
Yo, you be a hit, bro. You be like fucking.
Yeah, look, G Money, shit, little badass kid, man. Yeah, man. But we got trapped on the road this weekend. We went through all this shit. Got a flat in Philly. Then we get down to Cleveland. Get down to Cleveland because we missed the first show. We got turned around. We had to get all the way. Came back to New York. Yo, bro. My birthday was so horrible, bro. I just shut down from the world. I didn't pick up no phone calls. I didn't text. I didn't do nothing. The early part of the day, I was good. I'm happy. When I got turned away, I said, say no more. It is what it is, man. So I started to look inward. And I said to myself, I'm really going to start really working on self-happiness.
True.
I'm really lacking that. Self-happiness. You know where my happiness comes from? Making other people happy. When I see their happiness, I'm filled. So when I'm around people that's drained or that's draining, I start questioning my worth. And I start feeling like maybe it's something I'm doing. No. I'm going to really start getting more into me. I read a meme the other day on Instagram that said, sometimes the blessings are only meant just for you. But Brother Bear, you know me. Soon as I get something that comes and the plate sits in front of me, first thing I do is start putting the niggas that's in my immediate world.
Yeah.
What do I do, bro? When
plugging.
when the Kevin Hart parties drop,
Yeah.
what did I do, Brother Bear?
Yeah. Start making.
I call you. I call certain motherfuckers, man. I call my big brother Wayne. What do I do? Wayne gives me the play, and then I put the play out there, and then I call y'all. Like, it's not a lot of y'all. It's just, but yeah.
Like people you can trust, people in your circle, people that you want to bring up, pull up.
Some
plug.
nigga got tickets for me, asked me to get tickets for his brother. He said his brother just got married. He want to give his brother tickets, right? Let me tell you some funny shit. This is why I stopped giving niggas tickets with the Kevin Hart shit, right? His brother sells the tickets to his brother for $350. With backstage pass. I hooked the niggas up. I just give them $350, right? Nigga, the brother at the end of the night didn't go to the backstage party joint and go tell them, hey, man, he couldn't say his brother name because nobody knows his brother name. Because his brother told him who I was. This nigga used me and said, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
And I said,
Yeah.
like, you crackhead motherfucker. You know what? Here we go. You just closed the door for everybody else that was on the line.
Yep.
Now it's shut down.
Fucked it up for everybody else. But that's a lesson you learn. You learn as well, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned a lesson before as well. When you bring in friends, you want to give them a job on set, and then you know what I'm saying, they don't know the. You think they know the etiquette. You think they know. It's a certain like set etiquette, the way you act and the way you behave and the way you treat artists, the way you treat their their management, their and whatnot.
I believe.
You know what I'm saying?
Brother Bear, is etiquette dead? Is that something of the past of the business?
No, heck no.
Should we really just dismiss it, or should we advocate for it, or should we really educate motherfuckers on how important it is?
It's all about reading the room. You know what I'm saying? You read the room. You gotta, all right. It's being professional. Number one, read the room. Number two, right? So you're in a setting of, like a film set. Studio set, you got to see what the vibe is. But you start off professional. You start off with the etiquette. You start off being professional. And if things loosen up, then you get a little loose. But at the same time, you don't cross boundaries with artists because you got to have a respect, especially if you just like, say, a camera person. You say, for instance, I had a camera person shooting, and they're just like, trying to get everyone's phone number, trying to get, they're more worried about.
Can I ask you a question?
They're more worried about, getting everyone's information and asking everybody a question as opposed to doing their job, which is to get the camera, do the camera work. You know what I'm saying?
Can I ask you a question? Is this someone that you brought on set?
Bro, I've experienced that 100 million times already, man.
But everyone knows through etiquette.
This particular time was with, I've had several times where you invite, say, certain family. What we open the show with, right? Talking about, that's something totally different. You helping your family out financially or giving them, all right, what do you like to do? Oh, you want to have a hair salon? Oh, you want to do this? You want to open a restaurant because you love to cook? But in your game, in your professionalism, right? You bring that person onto the set with you. It's all right. You know what? I think you had the potential to do this. I want you to be a PA, a production assistant, right? But they don't. Well, that's different because that's just starting. But they say, you think they can handle a job of doing camera because they've been doing like independent stuff. It's all right. No, I'm gonna pull you up to the next level, which is this, bigger production with actual, corporate scenario, right? As opposed to just like you just doing these hood videos or you just doing these. You want to pull people from your community up, but you bring them into the set, and all of a sudden they're acting a certain way, but they're not ready for it. They're not mature enough yet, and even though they could be in their 30s and shit, they're still not there.
40s, 50s,
yeah.
It doesn't make a difference. And what's crazy about that kind of shit is listen, if I bring you on a set of a television show, all right, and let's say we're on a set of Power, and I bring you on set, 50 my nigga and all that, blah blah blah. We going back and forth, we're in it, and you're there to work, take pictures, right? And you start asking for people's phone numbers and shit like that, you're out of bounds. Because unless I
know who you're talking about.
But I don't even want to give them that light. But because this isn't a real scenario. This is just I'm just putting this scenario together to put this together.
Okay. I got
you. And they start asking people for their number. For me, they're out of bounds because the people never initiated that.
Well, the thing is, all right, yes, they're totally out of bounds. And that's the etiquette you're talking about, right? Because you don't leapfrog over other people who especially put you on, you know what I'm saying, and trying to generate stuff without the person who put you on or whatever for your own benefit, and when you haven't even proven yourself yet, right? So, but yeah, you have non-disclosures and all that stuff you're supposed to sign coming in, which in this scenario, with many scenarios, I had several scenarios where people sign non-disclosures, but they forget about that. For them, it's just a signature. They don't even think about it. And then next thing you know, they're over there telling the artist what they think about the artist's lyrics and giving their own opinions about, how they should run their career and shit. And they're over here just like
not
camera
understanding
people.
That that's really a reflection of you.
Exactly, or the production of the company that you're working for.
Yeah.
So like,
but at the end of the day, that comes back to you because you brought this nigga on set.
Yes, exactly.
You understand?
Yeah.
So the etiquette. I think people are just don't give a fuck about it no more, and that's sad. But that's what makes me know.
Well, I think you know what it is, man. It's not about that. I think they get excited. They're on this like this professional production. You know what I'm saying? Where you have all these famous people, artists, and
that should give you even more incentive to humble yourself.
It should, and the smart ones do. The smart ones who make it do. You humble yourself, man. You be like, all right, man, I'll take an order. I'll run and get coffee. I'll do this. I'll pick up this camera and I'll snap away or whatever, or I'll you know what I'm saying, do the sound. But when you start trying to, the talent is focused on what they're trying to do, which is perform, whether it be a music video or a scene. They're trying to focus, you know what I'm saying? And so is the director. Everyone's trying to focus on what they're doing. And, that just becomes a disturbance, a distraction for them. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's different if they ask you a question and you just like, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, you have talent managers who are dealing with that. And, you know what I'm saying? You don't get too far into it because I guarantee you, I'm like me personally, I'm not saying like I'm like this big producer. I'm not. But what I'm trying to say is there are producers that are their eyes watching, even above me.
All the time.
Above me.
All the time.
And they'll even tell me, hey, Joe, why'd you bring this guy? You know what I'm saying? Or why'd you bring this person? You know what I'm saying? And like, man,
and now they start questioning.
And I had to humble myself, like, man, I made a mistake. I made a mistake, man, and I'm not gonna go blast the dude who's gonna tell him, look, man, you know what? You can't be doing this. I want you to work with me. I think you have talent, you have skills.
Yeah.
But you have to have etiquette.
We're speaking about a common friend that we choose not to get no light, because we don't want nobody hiring him on our behalf or hearing this story or judging him on this story because everybody grows. So at some point, this man could have grown from that situation. Who knows?
Well, I think everyone grows from any situation. They should.
Not everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so because with this particular individual, it's a redundant thing. It's not you sort of issue I had with the individual with the pictures and all of that wild shit. So it was just like, and that was just more of a situation where homie just felt like if he's not the boss, nobody's going to be the boss. And it was
well, the thing is also, that person you're talking about, I know who you're talking about now. I've had it happen from several friends of mine who I put on or I try to put on, and they're on set doing Instagram and taking selfies and doing this and doing that. Like, you know, it's a time and place, man. Like, it's fine. You can take some selfies, but not when when the red light is on. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a time during the production to do certain things. That's what I'm trying to say. There is etiquette still, man. There's still like,
I believe that.
it's not about etiquette. I think it's still like how you say these rules you go by, right?
Me and my boy Just Stone was just speaking about etiquette. I had a problem with a comic, Dolce Sloan, where she took some shit that I said on stage and made it about her and was blasting, like taking shots at. That's not what comics supposed to do. That's not etiquette. And
yeah, so you guys in the comic world have your kind of like
etiquette,
how you say, unwritten rules.
Yes.
But
that's a common sense of etiquette within it.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
You're not gonna go and talk about your CEO or your coworker crazy in front of your CEO. You know what I mean? Unless you just don't give a fuck about the etiquette of the code. You don't throw niggas under the bus. If you had an issue about me, you address it. And the situation could have got really crazy and shit like that. But we talked it out like adults do, and brothers and sisters do, and got through it. But etiquette, to me, I just thought like, wow. When I spoke to my boy Just Stone today, he's not a comic. He's just my boy Michael Chase's cousin, business partner of mine that we dabble, shake and bake with, this and that. And he when I was we were talking about this shit. He the first thing he said that's not proper comic etiquette, you know, and that was so wild to hear that word from a non-comic. And he's just a real nigga that's out here in these streets. That's a family man doing the right thing. You dig? So to see him move like that and say that kind of shit, and to hear you talk about etiquette, I said, is etiquette dead, just to provoke the conversation more. But I don't believe that it is or it should be. Because it makes environments conducive when there are etiquette, behavioral.
Was a workflow, man. I mean, you know, you gotta have a workflow. You can't have you can't have no like. I mean, in production, time is money. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you want to be efficient and fluid with the production. You can't have like people stalling. Like, instead of setting up your camera and instead of doing what you're doing, you're over here parlaying with the talent. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, you know, just doing some other shit on set, like taking selfies, trying to, like, you know, FaceTiming your girl, like some shit. I don't know, dude. Just like some, like, what the fuck are you doing? You working right now, man. When it's all said and done, when it's over, and we say, all right, man, you know what? You know, it's a wrap or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to know the right time and place, man.
Yeah.
To be away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And let them come to you. Like, you know, I mean, it's been stories. We're trying to say you can, if you have aspirations to be an actor, right, or something, and or maybe how you say, and you want to get on, so you want to be in the entertainment world, and you just try and find any way to get into it, right? And you think that, okay, I'm gonna do camera, but then I'm gonna go talk to the actors and management and see if they can plug me in as an actor or put me on. That's not the way you're gonna do it, man. There's very few. I think it happened with the actor from The Shining. What's his name? Jack Nicholson. You know, Jack Nicholson was like a gaffer. You hear about that?
No.
Yeah, he worked on set, like in L.A., I believe. And the story I heard, or I never read it, but I heard that he was working on set, you know, and all of a sudden he got plugged by somebody to be an actor for a certain film, and then became like Jack Nicholson. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But I don't know if he was trying to, like, say, you know, go up to. I'm not sure if he was going up to the actors and saying, "Hey, yo, I want to, you know, I want to be an actor, but I'm doing lighting, but I'm here. It's just my way of getting into the scene."
I bet you any fucking amount. I bet my life on it. That shit happened organically.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. You got to let things happen organically. That's the way, you know, because if you try to force the issue, you know what I'm saying?
Like, yo, dog, when Suge got shot in the club, When I first laid hands on Shorty, it started up on the lower part of her bra, of where her bra was at, okay? And it progressively went down, and then it ended on the ramp of her back and her butt. You know, the ramp part? Yeah, and her ramp is like some BMX shit. Like, her ramp was crazy. And then next thing I know, bro, my shit is all the way cuffed, and she's there with me, bro. So I know what you mean. It's all about letting it happen organically, bro. That was organic.
Look, man, everyone's gonna try to take their shot no matter what. And I'm not trying to say, hey, don't get on set and don't try to take your shot.
But know when to take your shot.
Exactly. Know when to take your shot.
Read the defense.
Exactly. Read the room. And you know what I'm saying? And don't jeopardize your job or the production just for you to take your fucking shot, because that's some asshole self-interest shit, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yo, hold on, man.
It's okay. We take phone calls on this show. It's bootleg.
Yo, Space.
Yeah, that's a Brother Bear
Yo, what up,
call,
bro?
y'all.
Yeah, I'm on a podcast right now with my boy J-Mar, but it's all good. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a walkthrough on the 5th, and then the 6th and the 7th is the shoot date for D Wade, right?
Yeah, that's a Brother Bear call. You never know what's gonna happen with Brother Bear.
Say again?
He gets involved, y'all. Yeah, you know, I'm glad that shit happened just now.
I'm not sure yet.
You know, let
but
you know.
The 6th, 7th, and you're good also for the 19th. And
He's
20th.
shaking out here in this business.
Yeah, in Chicago. So let me know, man.
That's Dwayne Wade. Yeah, he about to go shoot Dwayne Wade.
Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all. I like y'all be pretty.
No, 19th and 20th.
All this shit behind the scenes.
But the 18th will be a travel. We're gonna be traveling. So, yeah.
If there's any fucking stalkers or snipers or assassins that's after Joe, they just got his fucking itinerary. They're after him. But he just may have gotten some fucking security detail by the firing squad also. They're like, all right, that's where Brother Bear is going to be. Let's lock and load, guys.
All right, bro. Okay, cool. Got it. All right.
All right, bro.
No, I'm sorry, man.
That was that. Hey, that was that. No. Yeah. Hey, you're busy. You're busy, man.
Yeah.
So you got
that was my boy Space. That's okay. Space. He's a camera. Yo, shout out to Space. We made a phone call right now. Camera dude from Miami. Cool Puerto Rican kid. Cool kid. Mm-hmm. We're doing a shoot next week for Seek VR.
Mm-hmm. That's the Dwayne Wade joint, and that's how you hired G Money and his squad for the Master P joint.
Yes.
Yes. You know that I just want to shout that shit out. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, people don't understand, Joe. You started from humble beginnings, bro.
Yeah.
Very humble beginnings, and I remember your shit got built up, your shit collapsed, and then you got it from the mud all over. When I saw you rebuild your fucking castle, bro, it's like when Voltron's castle got destroyed and they rebuilded it, okay? And it was just like this new, bigger force. And like I was like,
oh, you're talking about when I went down to Miami, right? Miami Beach.
Nigga was living on Collins in the condo. Yeah. I'm down there analing out chicks. Jimmy, whatever you do, man, don't. Everything else cool, not in here.
Not on the futon.
All right, Brother Bear. Soon as Brother Bear.
I've been watching your fucking joints, man. I've been not on the
futon. Hey, dude. Hey,
I keep up with you, man. Even though I'm all over the place, I'm keeping up with you.
Nah, you do, Brother Bear. You do. I ain't gonna lie. You do, man. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you never waving, you know, no matter how crazy my world gets, and forever keeping our fucking brotherhood and loyalty a priority in every way possible. I am humbled by our relationship. I'm thankful. And, bro,
No,
What is your wildest, before we get out of here, what is one of your most iconic, craziest Jimmy Martinez stories?
Oh, my God. Oh, man, you got so many fucking, bro, you got so much shit, bro. Then you caught me off guard, Jimmy. You should have told me this shit last night so I can think about the time, because it's like 1,000 things. What are you talking about?
I know, but that's the thing. I didn't want you to, I wanted it to be organic.
All right. One of the craziest shits you did when you was like, well, when you fall in love, bro, you take love to a whole nother level. When this fool falls in love, bro, like you fall deep in love. Like you become like, how you say, obsessive and shit. Love to you is like the whole world's gonna collapse if you're not with this person, right?
I think that's why I love emo music so much. And look at you, look why you saying this shit to G Money. He's like, wow, I'm not alone. Good, let me hear this.
Bro, because J-Mar took me on a trip. Like, yo, I need you to give me a ride, man. This is when I was living in New Jersey and shit. He's like, I need
Stop.
Stop. Like, what are you doing, Jimmy? What you got me involved in, man?
Nah, that bitch was cheating. We caught her. I'm not gonna say anymore. We're gonna leave that story. when your gut tell you something, nigga, chances are that's what it is.
But that's you expressing yourself with the love, right? Like, you know, love is a motherfucker, man.
I know,
you know
love is a beast, man. and let me tell you something about this is real shit about love, right? And this is what I know right now, especially when it comes to these motherfucking relationships. The problem with today's relationships is that everybody has been so screwed over by their ex that they afraid to let their guards down again. And this is the realest shit ever. Okay? Homie, people always telling me, you got trust issues, Jim. Nah, my niggas. I don't. You know what I have? I've seen this behavior before. It's all so familiar. And I know this feeling that's killing my soul inside. Issues. That's what I have. When you've been through something and you see the same red flags and shit like that, you don't ignore that shit.
Yeah, you trying to confirm them?
Yeah, nobody. Let me tell you something, man. And the words that I said. Excuse me.
You want to confirm the red flags?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
everybody wants to know that unknown. You don't want to ever sit back and wonder, what if? There's a lot of niggas locked up doing life right now wondering, what if?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of bitches out here that's got childrens with niggas that just ain't shit, that think those what ifs. There's a lot of kids out here that's in the struggle right now at a free throw line in the middle of nowhere, wondering, what if? And the only way you go get that what if is you go the extra mile to try to figure it out.
True.
You know, and I don't want no problems, and I just want to know. Yeah, you're a nasty bitch. Yeah, bitches want to know you a nasty nigga. The game is just nasty right now. You can't trust nobody. You can try all you want, man. All you can do is wish upon a star and wonder where she are. I hope that you are out there sucking dicks. I hope that you're at home wanting this. But I know that you're a hoe. And you need to suck some balls. And you're gonna find a way to do the hoish things you love to do. I wish we could just stop and make up, baby. You can keep fucking your nigga and me. Yo, listen, man. Listen, man. It's just it, man. Relationships ain't shit. We just gotta keep wishing upon a star, man.
Yeah.
And hope that we in the right one.
Yeah, was that the song that was running through your mind when you had, when you're trying to play hero and shit with old girl?
Hey,
When you were playing hero on the Suge Knight when the shots rang out.
I know. Now you think about it, nigga. I don't know. I think Sade was in my head, nigga. Like, you're giving me the sweetest taboo. That's what I was feeling with Shorty. Like, there could have been more gunshots ringing out. We would have stood still. Nothing, nobody, no danger, no elements of anything was there but me, her ass, and that whatever was making my dick throbby at the time. Dick was getting real. Her ass was, I love a natural ass, man. Fuck these bitches with fake asses out here.
Oh, man. I hate that shit,
I
bro.
need the regular butt cheeks.
Bro, now you can't even tell what's real and what's not real.
I can. One time, I'm not a strip club nigga. That's not my scene. We've been here before. Everybody listen to this shit, y'all know. But one time with joint, Michael Che, this bitch is squeezing my fuck. I had on shorts too. Okay? This bitch is squeezing the hairs on my legs with her butt. I was like, yo, her hard butt. And fucking Mike had the chick with the regular butt. I was like,
the regular
butt.
I
was like, yo, I want the regular butt. I got these bitches with fake titties and fake butts around me.
So you like the natural butt, you talking about the regular butt.
I like the natural. I need cellulite dimples. I need that shit the wave. I need that shit wavy, baby. I'm not with none of this shit. Listen, all you chicks with those natural body parts out here, y'all still winning. Fuck social media. Believe that.
All day.
Shit, look at Brother Bear. He excited about that. Yeah, they know where you gonna be. You know what I mean? They heard your call, man. Is there anything else you want to shout out? Anything coming up? Anything that you think is the wave? Something? You was talking to us about that 360 camera a little while ago. My buddy.
That VR content, man. 360 content was what I've been doing lately with Seek VR. Yo, that's gonna be the future. I mean, it's a future. It's a future platform. It's a new platform. You know what I'm saying? Did a couple years back. I did a thing with Blair Underwood. He directed he directed a Megadeth.
Fuck yeah!
You know what I'm saying? So like it was kind of a strange seeing Blair Underwood. If you don't know Blair Underwood, he's an African American actor, director.
Handsome nigga.
He played Russell Simmons in Crushed Groove, the old school movie. Crushed
I got
Groove.
an old headshot that looked just be like, yo, you a light skinned Blair Underwood.
So I found myself, helping to produce this 360 virtual reality experience with Megadeth, where Blair Underwood he's directing the whole thing.
Fuck yeah.
And we won an award for that. We won a Clio award.
That's super dope, brother. Bear. Congratulations.
Yeah.
We got some fucking round of applause or anything like that for that shit, man. I think that should be
No, but it was a cool thing because
let's go. Let's go.
Rolling Stones magazine showed up, Yahoo Music showed up. They're like wanting to cover it, write about it. They did write about it.
Megadeth is really going to hit hard with our audience here too. They're
Dave
like,
Mustaine.
They get it.
Dave Mustaine is a shit homeboy. You know, before I got to work with him, it was like, oh man, he's crazy. Oh, you know, be careful. You know, he's kind of edgy.
Yo, dude,
this dude was so fucking cool and laid back. I was like, what the fuck are people talking about?
You see what I'm saying? That's my story all over again.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying, Joe?
Well, you know what happened. You know what happened with Dave Mustaine, right?
What happened?
He started Metallica, right? He started Metallica.
Oh.
Yeah, he started Metallica, and then Metallica couldn't deal with his craziness no more. But the guy is crazy talented, Dave Mustaine. And they just ditched him one day at a hotel somewhere on tour and said, we don't want you in the band no more.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, as the story goes, they just left him at some hotel room and told, hey, we took a vote. We don't want you in our band no more. And, you know, Metallica went on to be the Metallica, you know, that he started, right? But then he turned around and made Megadeth, which is just as big.
Yes.
Right? And they're still kicking ass to this day.
Yeah.
And so we made rock and roll history. We did the first Seek VR along with Universal Music Group and myself and Blair Underwood and a whole bunch of other
pull
people.
up a picture of Blair Underwood so people can get a picture of Blair Underwood, man. They can understand who he's talking about, man. Yeah, did you pull up that Megadeth? You know what I mean? Yeah, niggas is calling out names. My man's just hanging out. Like hi. Yeah.
Crush Groove, Russell Simmons. Now, he was on a lot. He's been on a lot of TV shows.
Yeah,
man.
he does. Yeah, he does.
A lot of network stuff, you know.
Yeah. Blair, man. He's a good guy, too.
Yeah, he's mad cool.
Met him in person a couple of times.
Yeah, he's mad cool.
I walked out.
I enjoy working with him.
He's just a great guy. Just super humble, super nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, we made this project happen within, like, just like, boom, like 4 or 5 days, bro. Like, you know, we rented out this 30,000 square foot facility at this in Burbank, a place called Center Staging in Burbank. Mm-hmm. Shout out to Center Staging, cool place to go if you want to do some production. And basically, Megadeth was on tour. They came from Mexico City, and what we did was we reconstructed their whole setup, their whole lighting setup, their whole stage. Mm-hmm. Right, the same stage they had on their tour. We set it up indoor, blacked everything out, blacked the floors out, blacked everything out. Had the smoke going, you know. So we had the whole thing as if you were on stage with their whole back line, which is all the drums and everything, sound and everything. And we recreated a concert, and we shot it in 360. When we made rock and roll history doing that. So we shot a live concert in 360.
That's fucking
And when you went to Best Buy to purchase Dystopia, Megadeth's Dystopia, you would get the headset, the VR headset come along with it, where you watch Megadeth and the concert in 360.
You know who I want to holler at about this? Dave Grohl.
Oh,
from the Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters? Yeah, I never met him, but I know you type with him. I see pictures of you.
I want to talk to him about this. I think this would be a super fucking dope idea for him and the band.
Well, you know, it's VR, man. Like,
because they're fun guys. You know,
yeah.
I remember you were talking about you put eggs and different stuff in there where people can go and find them in the concert area.
I mean, like Easter eggs and shit.
Yeah, you know
what we call, like, in film terminology, the Easter eggs they put in movies and stuff. Like, oh, if you see this, I mean, that's like you can use that for marketing. Yeah, that's a marketing
like
thing.
Ready Player One and all of that kind of shit.
Yeah, I think Ready Player One is a film that really put what VR can possibly do for the future, because that was a movie. Even though it was not in VR, it was about VR, right? And gaming. Mm-hmm. Yes. So the youth. I'm talking like a Jamaican, but we're going to say, like, you know, these young heads, they're so into gaming, but they're using the VR stuff, right? So, you know, with the
speaking about gaming, this little young nigga's been busting my ass and fucking with these last minute fucking wins in 2K basketball, breaking my spirit and shit like that. I went to sleep last night having nightmares. My nigga, I woke up twice. Yo,
who's this?
We OKC back in the day in motherfucking Phoenix with Steve Nash and Amari
But I'm saying,
started those.
you playing online against someone?
No, I'm playing against fucking G Money, man.
Oh, G Money?
He's busting
Really?
he's winning.
You
again.
know they have an NBA 2K professional basketball league.
No, because when the money's on the line, this motherfucker cannot perform.
No, but they're owned by the NBA teams.
Oh,
like,
really?
Like Sacramento Kings had their own called the Kings Guard. Orlando has their own team, and like all they like there's like almost. Well, it started off with 17 teams of NBA 2K professional. And they like had a draft and the whole nine, man. It was crazy.
Oh, that's awesome.
But anyways, the VR, man, like, you know, with these young heads playing the gaming and they're using the VR, you know, they're gonna be willing to check out content. So the content, like everything's experimental right now. It's a whole new field. It's like a whole new, how you say, universe of like possibilities. So everyone's trying to figure out what to do, and like we were the first ones to do a concert in 360, the company I work for and that I produced for, and but like in terms of like comedy, in terms of music, I've been doing stuff with Universal Music, nonstop. We're doing 360 stuff, with the emerging artists.
What's so crazy? Birthday taught me a lot of shit this year. I learned a lot of shit. And, certain relationships can become tiring, and certain relationships can wear on you to the point where it just dissolves. It becomes that. And, I have, I really, really considered him, to be a friend. I really... That's what I thought about him. He really believed. He talked about this product to me before, this 360 camera. How his buddy owns all of this shit, and he wanted me to do the podcast in 360, and I was just like, that's not what I'm looking for, But he just kept trying to push this envelope and this and that. I wanted something more grid, something more not too out of touch, where the people don't feel too far from me. And so when I'm listening to you talk about this product, I'm like, you know what? Same shit that Jerry used to say, talk to me about. The same fucking thing. But with this shit here, I tell you this. We can really, I really want to get in touch with some people. I could maybe plug some shit through. If you could plug some shit through your company that we can get, how we do the 1-2. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's just another platform that, that I think a smart artist can take advantage of, a creative person can take advantage of. Because our generation, it's unfamiliar ground, but I think it's gonna be something for the future, for the young heads, for sure,
Everybody, look at the internet, man. The internet started off that people
exactly.
wrote the internet off.
Yeah.
And look at people, they live their lives by it now.
Yeah.
Everything they do is for the internet.
Yeah. But it's exciting. It's exciting stuff because, like, technology is crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, in terms of putting you there when you can't be there, NBA, I'm talking about NBA 2K and all that stuff. The NBA's doing it. You can be courtside. If you have the headset gear and you can, go on the NBA app or whatever, plug in, and you can be courtside of a.
Yeah, G Money was saying that he did that before.
Yeah, you can be courtside of whatever your favorite team is. Like, my favorite team is the Houston Rockets, so I'll be courtside with Rockets.
Oh, really?
James Harden, the beard, and CP3, and then.
Wow, man.
But yeah, I think it's a cool thing that you could be like, at the 50-yard line, Giants game or whatever. I think it's awesome, man. I mean, that's gonna be something you're gonna be able to look up at the jumbo screen, look this way, see the coach or whatever, whoever. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking that I just think that this is definitely the future. I definitely want to try to see if we can link something early.
Yeah.
I want to see if we can fucking holler at John Mark. Maybe we could do something with that company, with the network, or I don't
that'd
know.
be cool.
Couple of different things.
I'm up for whatever, man. But you know what'd be cool also? Like, say for instance, you're doing an event somewhere, say like the Apollo, right? You never know. I mean, I think the Apollo's always going to be there, but you never know. Look what happened with
the Roseland.
Yeah, with the Roseland, or you know what I'm saying, or any place of that, like a landmark, CBGBs, a landmark. So imagine we had CBGBs in 360, and you had the Ramones or whoever. That's captured. So now oh yeah, man. Instead of you explaining to me how CBGB's was, that place was so cool, that venue was so cool. The way that the way it was. The only thing you're missing is like maybe the smell of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But this allows.
Don't worry, they're working on that.
Yeah, right. But this allows you to actually be there. You know what I'm saying? After it's not there no more, you be able to say, man, I remember when, say, Kevin Hart, your boy Kevin Hart, performed at so and so at the Apollo or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like some landmark venue that maybe something happened to it and it's not there no more. Maybe got bought out or. So this would
just be
archived.
This would just be archived for the rest of the life.
I mean, that's just one part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's like one part. I mean, that's just like the one possibility of it. Like, hey, you know what? That church in Paris that burned down.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, yeah.
They had it in 360, or maybe they did. I don't know. But you had it in 360. You can see how it was. So 500 years from now, like, how was that place look like 500 years ago from the inside, or whatever,
That's pretty dope, man. I just love what they're doing with technology, man.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
I wonder if they're going to ever be able to shoot porns in 360.
Oh, they doing that shit already?
Yeah. Turn up.
They doing that shit already. Matter of fact, I got approached to do it. I was like, man,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
not perform, but like to run the 360.
I may have to come up with the Fruit Bat porn series. Okay, and I'm gonna have to do a mask. I'm gonna have to do a mask. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna do that in 360, Jimmy.
Yes, the Fruit Bat pussy eating series
at the Apollo.
Oh my God, man! Yo, Brother Bear, man. This is the first time we pray, we hope, and we know that this won't be the last time that you came to motherfucking rep on the fucking Fire in the Hole NY with the 10-star General G Money and your motherfucking captain. Yes, y'all. Jimmy Maul, man. This was super, super dope, man. Is there anything you want to plug? Anything you want to shout out before we get out of here?
Yeah, actually, I do want to plug a film that I'm going to be doing. 2 films. And I want you in both of them, man.
Talk to me.
All right. The first one one's called Werewolves Wanted.
Yes.
I want you to be a werewolf hunter.
Oh,
you got to keep
over the top.
But wait, with those teeth though, now you might have to be the vampire. Yeah, the Werewolves Wanted.
My teeth about to be done in 2 more weeks, nigga. This is over.
I'm a screenwriter. That's my main thing.
Yeah,
I write. You know what I'm saying? And so Werewolves Wanted is a film I wrote. I'm getting ready to do about these. It's a mockumentary. It's comedy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's about these kids who are filmmakers who want to. They decided they're gonna do a documentary on werewolves and see that actually exist out there. So these fools put an ad. It's supposed to take place in Miami Beach. They put an ad in the Miami New Times, right? It's kind of like the Village Voice of New York, and it said werewolves wanted. If you're a werewolf, there's a picture of like some funky werewolf character. Werewolves wanted. If you're a werewolf, please call us. We'd like to speak to you, right? So this is their little film project for film school, and it's all comedy. It's like all because there's an actual condition, psychological condition, or I won't say an illness or just like a psychotic thing, right? Called lycanthropy, where people believe they are a certain animal, and werewolves a wolf is one of the more popular ones, right? And so the film is basically about these people who respond to the ad, and this is a bunch of fucking nutheads.
Yeah,
and, right. So it's all comedy, right? they decided, are we going to film you on the full moon? Right? We want to capture this content, and these fools never turn into a werewolf.
That's
right?
funny.
It's just like it's just all comedy. At the end, everybody's just horrific. It turns into like the real werewolf. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I'm doing, a little independent thing. And then another thing I'm doing is called Drunk and Wasted Zombie War. It's a zombie film.
So you just going all you apocalypse the fuck on out, huh? Zombies and werewolves, huh?
It's and
man. Vampire fruit bats.
That's the lowest hanging fruit, man. Entertainment is all about being action and comedy and fun and blood and guts and shit.
Yeah,
zombies.
I'm playing The Walking Dead right now, man. Fucking,
yeah. So Drunk and Wasted Zombie War is basically the whole premises of the film is basically there's a meteorite, right? That hits kind of like this mid-sized town, college town, and this gas comes out, and if you inhale the gas, it gets thrown about the whole city, the whole town, and if you inhale this gas, you die and you become a zombie, right? But the thing is, the people, it's a Saturday night, and the people who have been drinking and who are fucked up drunk are immune to the gas. So they survive. They're still alive, right? So a whole bunch of drunk motherfuckers still alive, right? And
so it's drunk niggas fending for their lives.
Yes. And what it is, they finally put one and one together. It's like, why are we the only ones still alive and everyone's done turned into a zombie? And they realize that, well, I've been drinking. We're all been drinking.
So they got to keep drinking.
They got to keep drinking. So the whole thing becomes like a fight to get to the next bar and get more alcohol in your system. Yeah, so.
Sounds like G Money and his buddies down at the shore. Cadet Joe and them.
Yeah, so those are more personal projects. So you ever see a film that comes out and it's titled Werewolves Wanted, or another one called Drunk and Wasted Zombie War, it's me who wrote it. And
chances are I'm gonna be in it, so these niggas are gonna know about it.
You definitely gonna be in it.
All right, then that's what I want to hear, motherfucker. Shit, y'all, man, y'all know what it is, dog. Y'all know how to get at us. It's been fucking phenomenal. Hope this has opened up more of a broader spectrum of who I am to you guys and why you support me and all of my craziness. I know that we did get a new Patreon follower. Did you peep that?
I did. I looked on the.
Yeah, you always want to show that love. That's it. Yes.
They can't hear me say that.
I'm sorry?
Lizzie DeRazzo.
Lizzie DeRazzo.
Yep.
Oh, they can't. I'm sorry. I'm over here saying yes like you were on the microphone too. Yeah. Lizzie DeRazzo, man. Shout out to welcome, General. Welcome, Spartan. Yes.
That's cool.
Joining this fucking wall. I found some some old footage of me, Stevie J, and Just Jock when I was helping Stevie J write for a comedy contest that they were doing for Love and Hip Hop when I was on the road with Brian Hooks down in the land. We're gonna throw that up on the Patreon. I got some treats for you guys on the Patreon coming up. Went and got my feet and my nails done. That's always fun. This crazy fucking guy over there. You guys know how to get in touch with us, though, man. Motherfucking Fire in the Hole NY on Twitter and on motherfucking Instagram. Email us at fireintheholeny at gmail.com. Y'all can always call me like I do, 917-792-1593. And shit, man. Yo, to everybody, I know my birthday didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, but to everybody that showed me love in any way, form, and fashion, man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I see you. And to all of you others, thank you. Thank you so much. And believe me, I see you. See you motherfuckers next